welcome back to my kitchen. So, here was the thing. That should show me comments, but it just says I can write a comment. That's cute. That's not what I wanted. There's a thing on here that says I can see comments, but I don't know which one it is. Nope, that's not it. I'm gonna find it. And that's not it either. It's really strange. Where is the thing? There's supposed to be a button on here that shows me in my comments. I can't see anybody's comments until it works. Let's see. Nope. Maybe this. Oh, there we go. Hey, now I can see comments. Woohoo! Okay, so tonight I'm being really boring. So Carrie's like, nobody wants to see you make this stuff because it's like you don't even do anything to it. I'm like, I know. I don't do anything to it. It's very plain, very boring, but you know what? I don't give a shit. Alright, so tonight I'm making spaghetti, and I don't really want to take that much time because I like working as much as possible because it gives me overtime and stuff. So, I have a pot to boil on the stove. And I got this really cool new arm for my tablet. So I've got the pot here and ready to boil. I'm doing angel hair because it takes about 4 or 5 minutes to cook once I get it. Okay. So I'm taking the hamburger meat out. I already made a hamburger with this, so I really don't have that much, but I don't give a shit. It's fine. So I'm putting it in the pan, and before I turn the pan on, I like to get my hands all in there, and I like to move this around because it gives me, I gotta break it up. I like to break it up a lot because I want it to stick to the noodles real good. And I use jar sauce because I don't feel like taking 20 tomatoes and making my own sauce with them. Apparently that's how many you have to use. I know, Angela, you make your own sauce, so quit. Hi, Craig. Okay, so let me go ahead and wash my hands because everything has to be washed clean all the time. Wash your hands. You touch raw meat, you wash your hands, you wash the knobs. So, now we've got raw meat in the pan. I actually get to use gas, and this is actually a new stove, so I'm like, yay! And Carrie's all in there going, ugh. It's so funny. It's like, there she goes again, being really annoying and boring. That's because I hardly put anything in here, and he's always like, you just don't use enough seasoning. I'm not opening a can of SpaghettiOs because I'm out. That's what he said. Also, a lot of people, they just don't cook at home. Now, here's my potato masher thing. I love using this on the meat because it makes it so easy. Now, I do this with taco meat too. But you know what? I'm cooking at home, and that's the point, right? I'm not going out to an Italian restaurant and spending $20 for a plate of spaghetti. How about that? Well, let me get some fan on so I don't cause all my smoke alarms in the house to go off. So, yeah. This is going to smash it up real good. And I'm using like super cheap hamburger meat. I got it at Kroger. It was on sale. They had all their little packages on sale. And this is like, this isn't even 80-20. I think this is 30-70. That means 30% fat. So I should have a lot of fat in here, a lot of oil and grease in here. Yeah, you see how that's working? Look how all this meat's getting smushed up real good. Pretty cute, huh? Hi, Crystal. Love you. Miss you. Happy birthday. Oh, and happy birthday to Angela, too. She's having a birthday in the next week. And I made her some stuff to send to her. I make jewelry, too, by the way. What, baby? Well, I put some Italian seasoning on it. What else should I put on it? Garlic? Okay. How about some onion powder? Okay. This is that cheap stuff that I got. I got this at Walmart. $1. It really doesn't cost much to make stuff at home. The meat, the whole log, I think, was like $2.31. Yeah, I know. Check out your meat section. Go to the manager special section. Alright, so I now have the meat cooked, but the problem is I have all this grease, but not like a whole lot of grease. Just a little bit of grease. So I'm going to show you my trick. Don't have the heat up too high when you do this. It'll catch on fire. Trick. Trick. It's a paper towel. Just getting some grease out. That's what I do. When it's done, I just take the towel, shake it a little bit, make sure, and then toss it. Now, I've got brown grease for your meat. So, turn it down real low, because once I add this sauce, it's going to start bubbling everywhere, and it's going to pop towards the ceiling. It's so hard to get stuff out of this jar. But these things are really cool. I can shove that in there and move it all in the jar. And get all of that to come out. And then you'll want to clean the jar and save it for later. Carrie likes to use them for beer. He says no, he doesn't. You have before. But they're great for storing other stuff. Like, I can put all this meat sauce in there after I clean the jar, put the meat sauce in there, and... Okay, so that's pretty much done. No, I swear, this is pretty much done. You just put a top on it, let it sit on low, keep it heated up. So, it's finally boiling. And I like Kroger spaghetti, but today I'm doing this, doing some angel hair. Now, it sucks because my video camera isn't a complete HD video camera. And I like to put a lot of spaghetti in there. You can break it in half, you just put it in there, but I'm going to break it in half because I actually like my spaghetti broken. So now, I've got the noodles in there. Got to make sure you got a good quick boil before you put the noodles in there. And you stir them a bit. Because this is the time when they'll stick, right now. And I know people like to put oil in the water, butter in the water, salt in the water is good because I actually like the flavor of salt, and it will soak the salt up. So it's not about not making it stick together, it's about, I like salty spaghetti. Okay. So I'm going to stir it a little bit until it starts to bend, and then I can let it sit there and cook. Or I can stir it the whole time. Now, the trick from me. When is the spaghetti done? To me, the spaghetti is done when it changes color. I'm a weirdo. I can see colors. I think it's, what is it, tetrachromatic? Something like that. I can see colors like really well. And I know when my spaghetti is done by when it changes color. So, okay. What's really cool, all these pots and pans are really inexpensive. Well, for what they are. And for some reason, my top fits my pan. And it fits this pan. 2 different brands. I think, yeah, 2 different brands. Just happen to, I think it's the 10-inch pan, 10-inch pot. Okay, so that's pretty much it. When my spaghetti is done cooking, it'll change color. But when it's done, it'll change color on me. It's almost done. It only needs another minute. make garlic bread. I make simple garlic bread. Or at least I call it simple. And you can see my toaster. Hi. Okay, I know I have bread. Where did I put it? Aha! Okay, so I've been buying like Sara Lee. I don't mind Kroger bread, I don't mind store bread, it's fine. But Sara Lee seems to be a bit heavier. It seems like they add more wheat. So I'm gonna go ahead and toast it. And then I'm gonna butter it. And I'll end up with and I'll put garlic powder on it and Italian seasoning on it. This oregano. Now I've tried using oregano before when it was fresh. It's not good. It's like you can take a few sprigs of it and put it in something, like if you're making a sauce or whatever, you can put a few sprigs of it in there. But really, you want to get the crushed kind, because otherwise it's like super bitter. I don't know, it's hard to explain. But sometimes, like my local farmer's market down the street, I'll get the whole cloves, and that's when it's the best, because it's dry whole cloves, and what you do is you just rub it in your fingers, and it sprinkles on there, and then you get the really good fresh flavor, almost, except it's still dry. So that's pretty much it. My spaghetti is done. I don't know if you can tell. It's a little bit lighter. Here, I can show you the difference. I don't know how well you can see this, but here's the difference. That's the color change. This is how you know it's done. It's light, and then this is dark. Okay. And it changes pretty drastically. So, everything is done, except for my toast, for my bread, and that's it. That's how you make spaghetti. Now, I'm going to strain it, and then I'm going to add some butter. And you really don't need that much. It's just to keep it from sticking while it's in the pan after you strain it, because otherwise it will stick. But other than that, that's what I've got. So I'm going to strain it real quick and show you about the butter. Margarine. I use margarine for everything. I don't actually use butter, but you can use whichever one you feel more comfortable with. I'm just really boring. Use whatever. Okay, so there it is in the pot. I'm going to tilt it in a second so you can see better. Just for a second so you get some butter in it. Okay, yep, you can see. A little bit of butter in the pot. I got these cute little tongs over at, we actually went to Walmart. They're little plastic tongs, so I'm not worried about scraping the pan. But I can get a good grip on that. And that's it, that's all you gotta do. Super easy spaghetti dinner with garlic toast. I'm just going to go ahead and show you my garlic toast so that you'll see it. Because I want to slam the doors around. That's what I want to do to make really loud sounds. No, I just want to show you what it looks like when it's done, and plated, and seasoned, and hold on a second. Almost got it. What are you even stuck on there? It's supposed to stick to this. No, not how that works. Alright. So, sorry about that. Pressing the wrong buttons. Okay. Why would I rotate my device? Quit messing with me. Okay. Okay, now you can see the plate. So, pretty much why I like margarine. And, like, if you put sticks of margarine in a bowl and you mix it up real good, you can whip it yourself and make it super spreadable. See, I was telling him, I'm like, look, a lot of people, they don't cook at home. They're not going to know little tricks of the trade like that. So that is why I'm making these videos, even though I'm making boring shit like spaghetti out of jar sauce. A little bit of seasoning, a little bit of garlic powder, a bit of spaghetti. It's not stuck together because I put a lot of butter in it. Spaghetti and I'm going to use a spoon with holes in it. If I do it fast, it's not going to leak out because my sauce is actually pretty thick. I use marinara sauce. I like it better. Don't care what kind you get. Just don't get Hunt's. It's horrible. Hunt's is the worst sauce ever. And top it with cheese or whatnot. Usually Parmesan. I don't think I had it. Do I have Parmesan cheese? He doesn't know what I have here. He's so funny. I don't know if I do either. Well, there we go. There you have it. Start to finish spaghetti. Love you guys. Talk to you later.